Now I'm going to see if I can correct an Eaglemoss mistake on the USS Stargazer. Hi guys, Retro Trek Ralph here with it's not an unboxing, it's a repair video this time, shall we say. Right, USS Stargazer. This was released by Master Replicas. It was originally made by Eaglemoss, but they never got round to actually sending it out to anybody. This is the XL version, this is my second XL that I have, and that's the end of the box. So, what you may say is wrong with the Stargazer? Well, it's a lovely ship, really nice sized and really well built, lots of detail. Yeah, there's probably going to be some wind and misalignment somewhere on here. At the minute, I really can't be bothered to see. But it is basically a Constitution class refit, top of the hull, Constitution class refit, top of the hull. Slight different. That part is definitely the B and C deck, as well as that. They just changed the bridge up there, and then the sensor pod on the bottom anyway, but they've kept two of these kit bashed. The problem with this is right there. It looks like it's off to the side a little bit, but the bottom nacelles are absolutely spot on online. Most people's top nacelles are off, and you can see they're off a little bit. All I need to do, this is as simple as it goes. I need to break that and I need to fix it back on and glue it back in place. The plastic on plastic anyway, so I think, yeah, the metal part does seem to be this top section here. It's a little bit, so you can feel it's a little bit smoother than the actual more detailed plastic underneath. But what I need to do, because you can see, can we see? Right inside there, it's the torpedo launcher part right there. It's not glued in properly straight. I can't get in properly with the... Actually, can I get in with the zoom? Oh, I'm better, yeah. It's up. Everybody's is like this. It's ridiculously bad. It's just slapped together, hope for the best. Now, the only solution to this is to try and break it. There was a video I did with the Enterprise D and did the saucer separation part on that. I'm actually not sure if there's a fault with this part underneath here as well. There's a bit of a gap underneath there, but I don't think there is. But what you basically do is with the plastic parts, you would rock it. Now you can hear that is getting loose. So all I basically want to do, I'm not even sure if it's the nacelles are going loose or the actual full pylon. I don't know. So basically I want to try and unbreak it from there, and there'll probably be a tab attached to this and a gap on here that tab will go into. Stick some super glue on, and then hopefully get it in place. Now I'm just moving the pylon, well the straight across pylon there, trying to get that off. But this is all you can do. The bottom one line? Yeah, the bottom one line. This is definitely a little bit off to the side. So I'm going to spend a few minutes just gently. I wouldn't put a screwdriver in there to damage the plastic, to lever off, to pull this off. I would just gently, and try gently, because this is attached. I'm not even sure if it's coming loose there, here, or whatever, but I need this off of where that, above where the torpedo launcher is. So I think the creaking is actually, I think it's actually there. Yeah. This could be dodgy. Ooh, there was a crack then. Hopefully that isn't moving, but it is. There could be two parts that will come off here. If it does. This is all you need to do. Don't do any more than this. I can feel actually the seam along here is creaking as well as I'm moving this. So the pylons, actually the top section is two pylons and this part put together. So this could be dodgy doing this. So it's just a gentle rocking, and hopefully the plastic will come free from the super glue. I say hopefully, because I don't. I just feel more solid. This one definitely has a creak on it. See there, they've actually got the secondary, the neck section of the refit Enterprise. Absolutely perfect. down to the docking bay down there. So I'm going to carry on doing this for a few minutes and see if I can get this loose. Alright, 5 minutes later, I have broke out a spudger and a screwdriver. I'm actually thinking of putting isopropanol down there because that should loosen the super glue. However, it might also loosen the paint. But when I did a renumbering on my version of the Enterprise, Mirror Universe Enterprise from Star Trek Discovery, well, now Strange New World, it worked really well, but getting these numbers off was an absolute nightmare. So, I mean, we've got a bit of a gap there, but also this nacelle just looks like it's going to split in two anyway. So I may have to glue that back in place afterwards. There's a lot more of a lean on this now. But I can get a spudger in that gap there. I don't want to, but I don't want to go too much anyway. There really is quite a good gap there. I don't need a screwdriver in because I don't want to scratch the paintwork, because these are now quite rare. Now, the good thing about these spudgers are they are disposable and they are quite cheap. Now, I'll keep doing that for a little bit. It does come off a little bit. So let's keep plodding. I've just terrified myself. With the leaning over to that way, I've actually put a bit of pressure on this to come upwards, and then that side is just cracked. So I've got a gap both sides now. Ah, another one there. Oh, that's really loose now. I mean, technically I want it like that. So I can do this, but it has to come off in order for it to be stuck in place. See what I mean? 2 bits there, 2 bits there. Done. So this is obviously being rushed in, done in place, off you go, packaged next. So yeah, that's pretty much undamaged. There's a blob there, I don't know if you can see right there on my finger is, there's a blob of super glue, and it's really annoying. If that's a different class of ship, you could put a pod on there, couldn't you? I've warped myself underneath it. Actually, yeah. That's what quite a very compressed, reliant Miranda class. Okay. So, I'm cleaning this up, try and get as much glue off and make sure this fits in there, and then we can glue back together and make this straight. They're all like this. This is the weird thing about it, that they're all just a little bit out of kilter a little bit, so it just needs lining up like that when it's glued in place. So I'm going to clean up all the glue. Actually, don't want to come off now. There we go. All the glue, and make sure these nacelles aren't falling to pieces as well. I'm actually going to point out something with mine. Right. As I'm cleaning, I am noticing this part here. Okay, there's a lot of glue on this side over here, but not much over here. So I'm thinking it's either just dried too hard over here, and that's what's caused the slant over to one side, or it's just not been evenly put on. So I'm trying to scrape off this part. This full top section, apart from this here, will not be seen. Also, the torpedo launcher will be seen. So it's going to be in between both of these. So if I can scrape down as much of the glue as I can and reapply, it's just standard super glue. There's nothing special with it. You can use whatever you want, whatever you think's best for the job, but you can be a little bit brutal under here. Worst case, if you've got any of this light grey paint, you could just dab a little bit underneath it. This is fixing. This is not upgrading. This is not faffing for no reason. This is actually fixing stuff. I mean, let's have a look. There. Are you still in the camera? Yeah. There to there. It's definitely over. I'm pointing with the end of the scalpel all around here. But if I put that on top of it again, it probably will lean over. I mean, that is the opposite side. There's a little bit of damage there where I've done pulling things off. There's not much glue on here, to be honest. So I might just, oh, there is a little bit there. A little bit on the widening of the hole to get this in. It doesn't have to be tight in. The glue will do all the work anyway. So it's not too bad. There's a bit there. What's that there? Oh, okay, this is weird. That feels like it's tape. What? Yeah, there's some paper in there. It's like a paper tape. Okay, fine. A bit weird. So it's just packing. These were definitely rushed to get out. Okay, so a bit weird. I mean, I've got hundreds and hundreds of these models. I've collected them since 2012 when they first come out. With the first Enterprise D, and then Enterprise refit afterwards, I think it was. And the Klingon, was it Klingon Bird of Prey number 3? Probably wrong, don't know. But I'm just going to widen these holes a little bit. Just check the top bit here. It's going to go between that part here and this part here, and then we'll glue this back in place. I'll test fit it first, obviously, and make sure it's going to fit in before anything major goes in. But like I said, these parts all between here and here, there and the back of here will be completely covered. So you can do a little bit of faffing. Actually, that's not bad as it is. There's a bit of, yeah, there's a massive gap, so that needs to come down quite a lot. So I need to keep cutting down. Okay, onwards and upwards. Okay, cleaning and trimming over with. I've trimmed these pegs down on here a little bit. I've got the cutters, I might have the back one a little bit. I've trimmed that one down so much, I thought that this was actually on there, but then it was being pushed up a little bit because I wanted this part as flush to there as possible. But there is a little peg on there which holds it up a little bit. So there's going to be a gap anyway on that. But this goes nowhere near the bottom of there, and I think that one might be a little bit high, but I'm going to take a little bit off, just trying to shave it with some wire cutters. I'm using a scalpel as well, just to try and shave little as possible. That's not much at all. So, but I'm coming to the conclusion that it's not really built perfect, you know. Once these are perfectly aligned, like there's not bad, it's better than that. It's there's still a gap on the front part, but I think that's as good as we're going to get. Other side, yeah, okay. So put a towel down, dirty towel, don't care. Go get your own towels. I always know where my towel is. Thank you very much, Douglas Adams. So, time for some glue. Any glue will do. I've got that, which is just cheap. Super glue will work absolutely fine for this because it's plastic on plastic. It's not very quick setting, and to be honest, this cheap stuff you get from Amazon, for me, I use it once and then it just dries up completely. So it's just crap. Hopefully that should be enough left over to actually do the job with. So let's get on with gluing. Right, I've just spent 10 minutes unblocking that, but there's some glue in there. Now, I think I'm going to put it on here. Put some around the edges of the holes and inside the holes. A lot in the middle. Oh, there's a piece of plastic that I didn't want on. Better. Good towel. I don't want to put too much on this because I don't want it messing up like before. But I do want it around a lot. Remember, there's a front part and the back part. That part won't be seen. That's good. So now that front part might not have been a good idea. Right, so line up your pegs, put in place, and then before it sets, line up and hold. And hold. There we go. So I'm not keen on the gap there, but I have no choice at all. Doesn't seem to want to fit in there at all now. Right, so that's going. Definitely a bigger gap on the top than there is on the bottom, but nacelles now straight. Now I'm going to leave that. I'm going to put that in the box. That's probably the best place for it because it can go in and just sit flat away from a towel. And I won't hold it up with the nacelles. The bottom nacelles are on, top nacelles are just held up, balanced. Nice. There you go. So that's what they should have done really, is just took the time to put too much glue on. So there you go. That's, if you are doing that yourself, that's how you knacker up the top of a super glue bottle. But that's how you dismantle to straighten your own Stargazer from Eaglemoss. Thanks to Master Replicas for selling them and finding them, getting them done. So there you go, quick and easy fix, but quite deadly, seeing as these are, were they £60? So I could have quite easily have destroyed £60. I don't know whether or not there's many left, or if any, but it is a really nice model, and now it's even better with the nacelles straight. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Please consider being a Patreon to help me out with the channel. Please consider donating anything, including an Enterprise F refit, the online version, a Klingon tanker, a Voyager J, a Varian Frine and Maui. Yeah, basically these are the ones I'm really short of, and yeah, I need to get them. If anybody's got any of those, yeah, please get in touch. I will buy for a reasonable price. Any of these yeah, touts can literally go and do one, shall we say. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.